Hello students, today we're going to add integers by using a counter or drawing. Today is when we're going to add integers. It's pretty easy at first. It might get a little bit complicated in the following years. But here's this pretty much the sum of what you gotta do. When adding integers, positive and negative whole numbers, the same amount of negative and positives will match up and make zero pairs. Overall, it means they will cancel each other out. A positive and a negative cancel each other to make a zero. The remaining amount will be the value of your sum. So let's look at an example here. Get negative 2 plus 2. We're going to do an example of this out. We're going to use counters / drawing it out. So two negatives, negative 2 means it's two negatives, so I'm going to draw two negatives like this. Positive 2 means it's going to be two positive, so like this and this. What happens when we have two negative and positive here? It pretty much cancel each other out. It will make a, oops, sorry about that. It will make a zero pair. Meaning this will make a 0 and this will make a 0. Whatever leftover amount will determine our answer. In here, you see there's nothing left. So the answer is 0. Sometimes we might have to identify like, hey, what canceled out? So based on the story, we see there's 1, 2, 0 pairs. And the remaining out is 0. So here's a fun fact, a little information you guys probably know or didn't know. When you add two opposite numbers, like this example here, negative 2 plus 2, they will both eliminate each other, and the answer is always going to be 0. So let's look at this example. 5 plus negative 8. So to do this, we can either draw it out or use counters, and we're just going to draw 5 here. See this 5? This is 5 positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 8 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you can tell, I'm just stacking up top of each other, so I can easily cancel it out. 1, 2, 0 pairs. Oops, my pen just went crazy there. 3 0 pairs, 4, and 5. And the remaining amount we see here is 3. And you notice it's 3 negatives, so the answer is negative 3. So 5 plus negative 8 is negative 3. Let's look at another example here. Negative 4 plus negative 1. If you first look at this, you both realize that both of these are negative numbers. So if you guys want to use counters, think about this. The way I add numbers, on top or bottom, I just keep all of the same sign. Here's negative 4. Here's negative 1. We see there's no 0 pairs. There's no positive, negative. So nothing will cancel out. That means our overall answer is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negatives. The more we practice this, the easier we'll get. Okay, I want you guys to look at this problem here. You guys can probably pause this video here to solve this yourself. But it's pretty simple. You have positive 3 plus negative 5. Okay, so let's do this one together. I'm actually going to draw this one out. Here, the first row, I'm going to draw 3 positive. Second row, I'm going to draw 5 negatives, like this. We're going to see how many 0 pairs we can make, aka how much numbers will get canceled out. If you notice, there's 3 0 pairs, and our overall answer is going to be negative 2. Some of you guys will probably see a pattern here. You guys realize, like, whoa, the smallest amount of, let's say, positive or negative will get eliminated, and whatever's extra or whatever has more of will be our determining answer. Negative 4 plus 5. Here you see, whoa, there's more positive, so your answer is going to be positive. If there's less negative, your answer won't be negative. So let's do an example here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. What I usually like to do is put the first number on top, right here. The second number on bottom. Here we know that negative 4 is smaller than negative 5. Let me start positive 5. But depending on how many there are, or which one has more of, it's going to cancel it out. So you see there's more positives. That means our answer is going to be a positive. Here's our answer. This is going to be 1. There are there's 4 0 pairs, meaning that 4 of these numbers got canceled out. And realize the answer is going to be 1. Eventually, when we work with bigger numbers like this, you don't have to actually draw it out. Just look at between these two values. You have positive 20 and negative 5. we know that all positive numbers are always bigger than a negative. However, there are sometimes there might be more negatives overall than positive. Let's say you have 20 points in the game. You lost 5 points. It's like the game gave you 20 points and the game also gave you negative 5 points. Overall, most of you guys know that you'll be in the positive still. If I actually drew this out, it might be like a waste of time for some of us here. You know that 5 of these is going to cancel out 5 of these. So they're going to make 5 0 pairs. So in reality, you can probably mentally do 20 minus 5. And that got you 15. Similarly, for this type of problem, here, you know, overall, negative 40 is smaller than 10. However, when you add these two values together, if I drew up 40 negatives, you know there's a lot of them, right? But there's only 10 positive. Eventually, this number will get canceled out. 10 positive is going to overall, let's say change color here. 10 of them will be canceled overall, like this, right? If I imagine I do 10 circles, 10 of them will be canceled out. So overall, in your head, you think like, oh, there's 40 of them. There's minusing 10 of them. You got a remainder of 30. However, your answer is not going to be positive 30. There was way more negative, so your answer is going to be negative 30. Eventually, when we start talking about more about absolute value, it's going to make more sense. But just keep in mind, the more value of a negative or positive will determine what is your final answer. So good luck, guys. You guys got this.